And it's gonna show that can you see? Oh yeah, there goes the live popping up. Bible say, can you see it live on my page?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We got it on and popping. Good Monday morning. We are going live this morning from the podcast. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. We're gonna talk about this Nicki Minaj and this Meg Thee Stallion feud early. We're gonna talk about how Detroit choked on going to the Super Bowl. Like, come on, Detroit. We also gonna talk about, now this is an important topic. I'm glad we got the 6 people click early. That let me know my viewers are clicking in, because we're gonna talk about, why do women expect men to still support a child after he's told you to get an abortion or he's paid for the plan B? That's gonna be a hot one there. That is gonna be a hot one. So I hope y'all ready for it. We're gonna dive right in. I got my co-host, Miss Camille. Go ahead, drop your realtor line. You know, we waiting on you.
I'll do that at the end, but we're gonna just get into. We're gonna ask our viewers what they think about Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion feud. I just think it's really petty. I think that Nicki is being really, really petty, and I don't want y'all barbs to come and attack me, but I do think that she's being petty, and I think that she hit below the belt with the mama stuff. Like, you gonna talk about her dead mama? That's below the belt. So what do y'all think about that?
I feel like though, anytime you see 2 women beefing, it's like it's no limits on the beef though. I mean, the gloves gonna always be off, like when it's women and it's a war of words. So I mean, I don't see no problems in whoever saying what. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm with you, Bryce. There's no limits in beef, because once I know that you don't like me, I don't give a damn if I'm talking about anybody. I try to stay off of kids because, you know, kids are innocent. I try to stay away from like dad, grandma.
Kids are not the mamas, not the elders. We and then her is deceased.
I mean, I try to stay off of that. But if you ever go across the belt with me, then I don't have no limit for you.
Yeah. Well, Meg says that don't ever think we are competing because we're not equal. And I filter on that. How do you compete with somebody you're not equal to? And so Meg thinks she's up there and, you know, Nikki's down there. So she says, don't think that you're competing with me when we're not equal. So what you think about that? Do you think they're equal? Do you think they're on the same playing field? Because, you know, some people would like to go into a lane that they should stay away from. Like, I
don't feel like, I know, like, lyrically and music industry wise, they're nowhere close to being equal. Come on, man. Nicki had Wayne writing her stuff. So I mean, she was just, Meg has never touched her on a music industry level. Then, you know, Megan got the Megan knees. That was kind of her trend. But you got to think, Nicki made it popular for the BBLs. Like, I mean, of course, BBLs have been around for forever, but
Nicki made it possible for the BBLs. The Americans make it possible for the BBLs.
Because think about it, how many women used to be like, man, I want that Nicki Minaj ass? You heard that a lot. That was a trend.
I didn't hear it because I was born with ass, so you know.
But I'm just saying, you that was a trend. I want that Nicki Minaj ass, or I want a body like Nicki.
I've never heard anyone say I want that Nicki Minaj.
What? They was talking about that in songs. I want my woman to have an ass like Nicki. Like, what? That was a trend.
Okay. Yep. So we're not gonna stay on that topic too long because I just think they're both talk about each other's vagina. Like, why are you worried about the next woman's vagina? Like, who slept with who? Like, it's just so petty to me.
Oh, we got up to 30 people in. We got people tuned in this morning. It's Monday morning. I really want to hit on the Lions and 49ers topic.
Oh,
But
the Lions gave that game away.
yeah, the Lions choked it away. Bad. So Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling with Pat the GOAT. Um, you know, I appreciate the Bang Bang 49er game because they finally woke up on Facebook. It was so quiet. It's the 49er fan base. They one of
They were
those.
totally down in the first half. Like they were down in the first half. They came back. I hate that for them. Like I hate that. Because I feel like that the 49ers fan base is at almost as obnoxious as the Cowboys. Yes.
Yeah.
So
So I need
I
Pat to put
want
their ass to sleep.
so I will say I did not want the 49ers to go.
I mean, it's cool. The 49ers, I mean, I'm tired of the Purdy shit, but
So I'm going with Kansas City for the Super Bowl.
me too.
You going with Kansas City?
I'm going with Kansas City.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So, so our viewers, who are you all going to with? Because I'm not seeing any comments as to who you all are going with. Kansas City or the 49ers?
We got to roll with Kansas City.
Yep. Definitely going with Kansas City because I just, them 49ers, they be off the chain. Like, so, yep. So I guess we'll get straight to our topic.
We're going to get to the topic of the day. Let's get it. Let's get to the topic of the day.
Okay, right. Should a man be obligated to provide if he asks a woman to abort? I say absolutely yes. Yeah, he should be responsible to provide if he asks a woman to abort. And I believe this because you know what the chances are when you lay down with a woman.
So this is my thing on it, because I'm an active dad. I love being a father. All my friends are active dads, even if we have to step up for an absentee father. So I'm kind of torn on this subject because I believe in no child left behind. But I will say that if the man comes out clearly and states that he does not want to have a child with you, if he's giving you the money to have an abortion and you accepted that money, then you're taking blame and fault if he doesn't provide for that child financially because he's clearly stated what he wanted. Now, I will say if the woman just comes out and she says, I'm not accepting no money for no abortion. I want you to be a father to this child. Don't give me no money. I'm having it. Then he is held liable because you went into that woman with unprotected sex. So therefore, she's not getting an abortion. You got a child coming into this world that didn't ask to be brought into this world. So as a man, it's your responsibility to take care of that child. Okay, but you got women out here that are running abortion scams. So if she takes that money though, like she's going to get an abortion and does something else, no, she did it wrong. So I don't feel bad.
What would you do if you gave her $1 million to have an abortion? If you have that baby, if she has that baby, you are obligated to provide for that baby. You could have given her that money and she changed her mind. All of a sudden she became super religious and she don't believe in abortions. Like, you are responsible for your seeds and yeah. And if you go to court, I believe that the judge will side with me as well.
So,
and I think it's right for a woman to take the money and not get the abortion. I do think it's, but the chances you take when you lay down with a woman, like regardless to anything.
So if you tell me that, hey, I'm not going to keep the child, just go ahead and send the money over for a plan B. I made a mistake. You made a mistake. And then you contact me in 9 months. I'm supposed to take care of the child
together. We have a child together, and you need to start providing for this child.
But now you brought a child into. I don't understand why women do that, because you brought a child into a terrible situation. Like, why would you want to co-parent?
Here's my thing. Why are you laying down with a woman that you don't want to have a child with? If you
because she
should,
might have a Nicki Minaj ass.
if you okay, but that's your problem. Do y'all want to lay down with a Nicki Minaj and you come up with a kid? Then you have to provide for that kid. Like, stop thinking with your little head and think with your big head.
I feel like some women look at men as targets too, because she might see me being a good dad with my kids. She wants a child, and then she's going to go ahead and be like, "Oh, well, let me go ahead and try to trap him."
Listen to this, CB. You can come up with all the reason, rationale, everything. The bottom line is when you choose to sleep with a woman and she chooses to do what she wants with her body, if she has a child that belongs to the both of you, you are responsible for that child. Point blank, period. No matter what the reason is, what if you are a billionaire and her reason is that she want to lock in the money for child support, whatever it is, you are responsible for that child. Y'all need to start, like I said, thinking with your big head and not your little head. If it's not a woman that you can see yourself raising a child with, you have no business laying down with her. Point blank, period.
Okay, no, we can't say that. Okay, so
period.
But listen, look, I'm looking at Charles Bryce's comment. He said that we're ignoring the fact that she lied to the man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't always lay down.
She lied to the man. We're not ignoring the fact that she lied to the man. She lied to the man. That's the heart. You know, that's why you need to know who you're laying down with. Get to know her. Know who you're laying down with.
No. I mean, this me personally, I believe in the No Child Is Left Behind. I just feel like that this is a terrible situation to bring a child
to. It does come with the territory. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like, and I agree with Tim. What if he can't afford the other child? I've given you my last $500 to avoid.
You can't afford the child. If you can't afford the child, don't conduct the act.
No, but so if I have given you,
I'm not gonna move on it.
No, I'm not moving you. I'm just talking in general. If I have given you my last $500 to avoid an 18-year commitment, and you take that $500 and use it elsewhere and lie to me, you are wrong.
What on this $500? When you
that's how much usually abortions cost.
You need to be thinking way beyond $500 because a child costs a lot more than $500.
Exactly. So if I'm giving you this $500 for that abortion, I'm trying to avoid that long 18-year cost.
The point of the matter is you should have thought about that before you lay down with that woman because it's her body, her choice. Period.
Then let's not talk about the women that lie about being on birth control. That's a trap. You have trapped me.
Don't lay down and sleep with a woman that you cannot see yourself raising a child with. She can lie about birth control. She can lie about Plan B. She can lie about whatever she wants. She can lie. We lie. You lie. You probably lie to get in our face.
This is what women are like. Women are some deceitful people.
Men are just as deceitful.
Women are very deceitful to get what they want.
This is facts. This is exactly what Tree said. This is why you don't just lay with any and everybody.
But even condoms don't just 100%.
Y'all sitting right from the club with these women, not thinking, just thinking with your little head, come up with a fee, and what you think she's supposed to do. What you want her to do, right?
Yeah.
She did what you wanted her to do when she lay down with you.
So my question to the women that's in the comments, this is my question for the women in the comments. What would make you want to bring a child into the world when you're dealing with a stranger or a person that doesn't want to accept your child? Because you got some men that's just going to be disrespectful and be like, I don't want that little bastard. That's not me. I'm just saying, you got some men that's going to flat out come out and tell you that. So why would you even want to bring a child into that situation?
Know who you laying down with.
But I know I want the women to answer that.
Thank you, Derek.
I want the women to answer that. Why would you bring a child into that type of environment? Like, why? I just got to know, what is the women mindset of bringing a child into that? Then you You already setting your child up for failure because you know what type of father he or she is about to have. Why would you do that?
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Am I okay to answer that? In my
Go
opinion,
ahead.
I'll post the comments as they come in. People who might answer that, but I'm gonna say this because there are some selfish people out here. There are selfish people who only think of themselves, and if it's a woman and she has ulterior motives, and most times the ulterior motives are financial, she is not thinking about that child in that moment. She's thinking about herself in that moment. Just like you were thinking about yourself in the moment that you laid down with her. Like
I
it's
might have
very
been thinking about her too, trying to give
you
her
was
these
thinking about
goods.
yourself. You was about thinking about getting a nut. Okay, let's keep it 100. Okay, you was thinking about that Nicki Minaj booty.
And I got another question too. So my next question is, if you
Yeah.
know that this man, if my next question is, if you know as a woman that this man already has questionable father skills with
Mm-hmm.
his other kids,
Mm-hmm.
why would you bring a child into a situation with that man and expect him to be this super dad with yours? So we got to hold women to a certain standard of knowing who you
But
laying down with.
you're saying like you feel like this woman has these expectations. She probably don't have these expectations that he's going to be a great dad because she's seen him with his other children. She don't have these great expectations. Again, women have children because they think they're gonna lock a man down. So I mean, ulterior motives again, and they're not thinking about the child. A lot of times when people are having kids in these situations where the man don't even want the child, it's because if he don't want the child, 9 times out of 10, he don't want her either. But for some reason, she may want him, and so she thinks that his baby is going to lock him in, pull him in, and it doesn't happen like that ever to me.
Definitely is our choice, and then we're getting a lot of feedback on this. This is a good feedback topic. There's a lot of feedback going on, but I feel like we gotta hold women more accountable than we actually hold them in, and that's just my personal opinion. I feel like we have to hold the women more accountable than we do the men because women hold more power. Women hold more power in the situation than men.
So see, Jasmine said she doesn't believe in abortion, and I haven't given my opinion on whether I believe in abortion or not, and I won't. But some people do not believe in abortion. So what do you expect her to do in that situation when you want her to abort and she don't believe in abortion for whatever reason? What are your expectations at that point?
Then she might as well go ahead and expect and be prepared to be a single mother, and she can't be mad at that.
No, she doesn't have to be a single mother. She said she will woman up and handle her responsibilities, but she may not have you there as moral support, or you may not be spending time with that child. But the court system is going to make you pay for that child, or you can go sit in jail and lose your driver's license.
Definitely gonna lose your driver's license. Definitely gonna use your driver's license.
I know some of them out there without a driver's license because of that child support situation. So yeah, absolutely.
But you know, I just want people to stop. I want people to just take accountability on both ends because I just see so many women bashing men about the type of father that he is, and it's like, lady, you knew what you were getting yourself into. Like, what made you so different that you thought this man was just gonna be this different type of man for you?
Okay, so I'm gonna read this comment because you're being repetitive at this point. I think if a man is honest with you saying he can't take care of the child or want nothing to do with the child, then you have to take that into consideration. However, unfortunately, that doesn't excuse the man, especially since most of us came from a home with one parent. But this simply boils down to be careful who you lay with and pay attention to signs. I agree, Redman. I think that a man's choice should be taken into consideration. I do believe that. And it's just that ultimately we can go back and forth about this until we're black and blue, but it all boils down to a woman's choice what she wants to do with her body. So I agree with you wholeheartedly, Red Man.
Somebody said,
And
"What
so
did I
I
miss?"
said, at the end of the day, if he knows you're not on any birth control and y'all ain't taking precautionary measures to prevent a baby, then expect a baby. So Ari, what we're discussing is when she is being deceitful. She's saying yes, she's on birth control, or she's gonna take the plan B, or all of those things. When she's being deceitful and she comes up pregnant and he doesn't want the baby, should she abort, or if she doesn't abort, should he be responsible for that baby financially? Um, I'm gonna stand strong on my square. I'm not moving off my square. If you lay down with her and you make that baby, you are responsible to take care of that baby. That baby did not actually come here. And you should not be laying down with a woman that you don't see yourself raising a child with. Y'all don't have to live in the same household, but if you cannot co-parent with this person, you don't see this person as the person you could co-parent with, you have no business laying down with her. Point blank, period. Again.
Thank you, Tito. Stop complaining about your baby daddy. You picked him. Yeah, you picked him.
Tito, nobody complaining about a baby daddy over here, okay?
No, we not talking about Camille. We're talking about women in general.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I haven't seen any of the women complain about their baby daddy, so
I don't know what timeline. I don't know what your timeline be having, but all I see most of the day is, especially because it's around tax season, is women complaining about their baby daddy. That's what I see. Women complaining about their baby daddy.
So if you have a younger audience on your timeline, 5,000 friends, and I do not see women complaining about their baby daddies. I think my timeline is a little bit more private about their affairs than that. So yeah.
Yeah, mine gonna let my timeline, they air it out.
Yeah, no. I'm sure Camry's air it out as well. But yeah, yeah, I could say that you are responsible for that child, and there's no way around it. And just wrap up, and even if sometimes you wrap up, things happen. Just don't lay down with somebody you can't see. I say don't lay down with somebody you can't see a future with. That's my thing. Like you can't see a future. If she's not your caliber of woman that you would put a ring on her finger in, not say 6 months or a year. But if you cannot see at some point, if this person is somebody who you can spend your life with. If you cannot see yourself spending your life with her, you have no business continuing sleeping with her at all.
So I got something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
So if you get drunk, you have a good night at the club. Some women on their bucket list is a one night stand. If you get pregnant by a one night stand, and you don't know this man from a can of paint, and he tells you to get an abortion, you don't think that's the right thing to do?
Okay, at this point, because at the end of the day, like if I'm a person who does not believe in abortions, I'm not having an abortion, and it doesn't matter what you say.
Okay, so Onia said that he is already.
When you go on a date with somebody, is that one of the first conversations you have? Do you believe in abortion? Do you ask her? Does she want children? What are these conversations? What conversations are you having around this topic?
I'm not gonna ask a woman on the first date, do she want to have abortions? Because
do you ask her if she want to have sex on the first? Have you ever wanted to have sex?
I don't believe in having sex on the first date because my sex kind of strong, so I ain't trying to get a woman that sprung off the rip. I'm at least a second date type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I ain't trying to put this on you the first night because I already know I'm about to create a stalker. Yeah, I ain't a first date type of guy no more. And then if you give it to me on the first date, I'm like, damn, like, how many other people she get us to on the first night? Like, my mind be wondering like that now. Like,
Well, you do
Yeah,
know there are people who've been married for years and years and years to slept together on the first date, right? So
I
I
mean
think
that's it's different strokes for different folks. But just if you give it to me the first night and it's real nasty, I ain't gonna even wife you because I'm like, damn, she do this all the time.
mm-hmm.
I need a woman with standards. Like don't give it to me the first
So we
night.
know you didn't make that baby on the first date, y'all. We know he didn't make that baby on the first date because he didn't sleep with her on the first date. So do you have this conversation before you sleep with her?
You said, do I have a conversation of who I sleep with?
Before you sleep with her, do you have a conversation about children? Do you? Let me ask you this: since we're having this conversation, do you want anyone?
I'm only gonna have a child with a person that I'm married to, and I make that clear off the rip. If we do have that conversation within the first week, I don't want no more baby mamas. So therefore,
So I love that you said that. I love that you said that. Ooh. So you're only gonna have a baby with someone you're married to. Are you only sleeping with someone that you're married to?
no, who's gonna wait? You gotta
So you
test drive a car
made
before
a
you
decision.
buy it.
You made a decision that you're gonna only have a baby with somebody you're married to, right?
Yeah,
You're sleeping with someone. I'm hoping it's just someone that you're not married to. So you risk the chance of having a baby with someone that you're not married to. That's kind of productive, you know?
I mean, we're talking about that's two different type of subjects though. Like in this day and
So
age,
it's all together. It's all together.
how
You got
many
to
people
position yourself, baby.
how many people are actually waiting until marriage for sex nowadays? Let's be realistic. Don't have a unrealistic expectation.
You're okay, so you're being unrealistic, in my opinion. If you say that you're only gonna have a baby by somebody you're married to, but you're out here slinging your penis here and there, then you risk the chance of you're not being realistic because you can get someone pregnant, and you have when you weren't married. Oh, Onia, I'm about to put the banner above the subject.
What celibacy until you find her? Who about to really be celibate until you find the right woman? See, this be my thing with women. Women live in this fucking fantasy land.
Tito, some women are. I am definitely. So we do it. We absolutely do.
What?
He
So
says, how many women are practicing celibacy between the ages of 35 and 50? We do.
it's not a lot. It's
It
not a
really
lot.
isn't hard. Like Tree said, it really isn't hard. It really isn't.
It
Not when
isn't
you
hard,
value
but it's
your
not a lot
body.
that's
Not
doing it.
when you value your body.
It's not a lot of women doing it.
Oh, it might be a lot, but it happens and it can happen, and I can tell you that. You and I have this conversation about me myself. So, you know, so yeah, it happens. Yep, Ania is someone else that is not hard enough. So, not when you value your body. I agree. hmm So again, the bottom line is don't be laying down with somebody that you're not interested in having a future with. He is. I can answer that for you, Derek. He is. He is in search for the love of his life. And I will be so happy when you find her. Like I
Who?
cannot wait when you find her.
Who
You,
me?
yes. I love you know you and I have our conversation, so I can answer that for him. He is in search of the love of his life, and I will be so happy for him when he finds her because I think you're a good guy. I just
Yeah, I'm
think
not
you.
settling. I'm not settling for one night stands. That's why I said I don't want the first night
Oh,
smash and
I
dash.
cannot wait like to dance at your wedding.
I'm
Yep.
telling you, my wedding gonna be lit. I'm gonna be crying, y'all like a Jordan face
I'm
me because I
gonna be
worked
there.
hard to get here.
Of
I
course, he's
went
gonna
through a
be
lot.
there.
I went through a lot of shit to get there, so I'm gonna be boo hoo hooing down the aisle.
Oh, Nia, don't what? She said, don't what? so, so I mean, I think that we travel abroad. You are messing around in your own backyard. Please,
No, I
Derek.
would. I mean, but
It's a
see,
lot
this
of
this
beautiful women right
yeah,
here in
that's
his
what I was
own
about to say.
backyard that is deserving of a great man. I think
Dang,
that
Tito said marriage is for suckers. Hold on, why?
that's
Hold.
immature. That's immature as hell. I'm not even gonna put that up on the screen because we're not even gonna address that. We're gonna address you on Wednesday.
Uh-oh, are you going to the sassy men? Are you calling Tito a sassy man?
I just said we'll talk about that on Wednesday. You know we're gonna go ham on Wednesday. We're gonna have ladies on Wednesday at 7:30. We will be live. And it is a show that you definitely do not want to miss. I promise you, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be enlightening. It's gonna be everything. I promise you that. We're going ham on the guys on Wednesday.
Oh, now don't do
We
too much
absolutely
on the
are.
guys.
We absolutely are. Yes. We're gonna talk about the guys
Bro,
that
give me
kiss.
1 minute. So are we coming to the conclusion that it's majority women's fault um
When
when they have to raise a
the
child
dirty
by
one
themselves?
wins the car.
I mean, I'm trying to see what we coming up to the conclusion of with this discussion.
The
That is women's
conclusion
fault,
is
or because I'm asking the comments in the section, are they coming up with the most that is women's fault, or are we gonna try to hold men accountable? Because you started going
and
into
she said, "What now?"
bashing sassy men.
Okay, let's finish this conversation
All right.
here. So, what's your conclusion from this conversation? Because I think we kind of ran out of anything to talk about because basically I feel like the responsibility lies both ways, but I just feel like a man could ask a woman not to have a baby, and if the woman has the baby, that she should expect that he won't be the father that her child should have, but that she's still entitled to have it, and that child is still entitled to have a parent in
Okay.
their life.
So my conclusion is that if the man if the man has already paid her and she accepts the money, then it's her fault if he doesn't step up. But if that woman holds her foot to his neck and automatically says, "Look, we're gonna have this baby regardless," then he has to take care of it. If she doesn't accept the money, it's his responsibility to know you got a child on the way. Get your bank together.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That's my conclusion.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Tito. We appreciate it. We just gonna try to bring y'all great topics every other day for stuff for people to talk about. We got a good viewing this morning, a great viewing. Um, you know, I love talking to Miss Camille. This is a two different generation conversation. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I just think we need to get back to. I personally think we need to get back to a time when children had two parents in the household. Freak the child support and freak the, you know, if he's going to be there or not. The expectation is that he will be there because both parents were in the same household when the child was conceived. So that's the time where I think we need to get back to like, and we'll continue to have these conversations and try to figure out how we get to that place where we're
And
loving
see,
one another like we should
the,
be.
the last thing I want to hit on, so we could probably finish strong the last 10 minutes, is that
Okay.
we got so many problems in the youth now with youth teenagers. I see a lot of like, and this will be a sensitive subject, and I'll probably get some feedback on this, but I see a lot of teenagers running away, um, male and females. But I feel like that's coming from single parent homes, and that's just the mom always working, the mom under a lot of pressure, and I feel like all that stimulates to a woman bringing a child into an unhealthy situation. If you probably look at statistics, two parent
Mm-hmm.
households are less likely to deal with runaways and problem kids because they see a balance, they see a family life, they see structure. So that be my biggest problem with women now. Let's stop bringing these kids into unhealthy situations.
Mm.
Let's stop doing that. And that's something that people don't want to talk about at all.
Okay. So, okay, so I'm going to hit on a couple of topics on that. I'm going to piggyback off what you just said. So,
Okay, go ahead.
first of all, I think it's bigger than just the household. I think it's about the community as well. Like
Okay.
you talk about the running away, and I feel like we've gotten away from the community. It takes a village to raise a child. It absolutely takes a village to raise a child. Whether you have one parent or two parents, and also I believe some of these two parents households are so dysfunctional that they cause more damage to the child by being a two-parent home than for them to split and they co-parent. So, I mean, it's some very, very, very unhealthy homes
Yeah.
whether they're someone's being abusive, whether it's verbally, emotionally, mentally, physically. Um, there's Camry, and I'm sure she has a lot of input into this. I, I will elaborate later if I need to, um, but yeah. So a lot of Cameron, you want to come on because I know you have a lot to say about that because I know that I raised you in a household where there was a lot of arguing and or whatnot. So yeah.
Yes. Yes, Deshauna. That raised on love versus raised on survival has a lot to do with it. It does,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't want to talk about that. It's a lot. It's a lot to do with it. Yeah, but I mean, that's what I said. My that just I just was trying to lead that to my point of saying that's why I don't believe in bringing in kids into an environment that's not healthy.
Okay, so founder CEO said, let's talk about solutions. Okay, so we've talked about the problems. Yeah, let's talk about some solutions. How, like I said, I feel like that it takes the village to not only love on the child but love on the family. So that would be my solution. Love is always my solution. What is your solution, CD?
My solution is if you brought that child into that unstable environment, then my solution would be to make sure we pay attention. Like you said, love is fine. It's different ways to show love, but I feel like we got to make our kids understand life and understand love. Like, don't just say I love you. Don't try to just express it verbally, but put in that quality time with your child with priceless stuff. Like, pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to them, check their phone, have talks with them, interact with your child as a friend and a parent, so they can understand and feel comfortable and talk to you no matter what's going on. So therefore, they don't have to run away or they don't have to go to social media to vent. They don't have to do certain things. Like their parent is right there to that they can talk to, whether it's good, bad, bump heads. They should know that I could talk to my parent. That's the resolution. So instead of just telling you I love you every day or buying you stuff every day, like communicate with your kids. That's the word I should say. Communicate with your kids. That's the most effective thing that we're missing out on. And that's because we don't know how to communicate as adults.
So
We
Cameron
don't.
made a good point here. Camry, she says also pay attention to your child's love language, and that is huge. We use that a lot as adults in relationships, paying attention to our other half's love language. But yeah, she's absolutely right. We should pay attention because you can think that you're loving on your child one way, and they're feeling all that love because you're doing certain things. Like some people, they feel like they're showing their love by buying their child. material possessions, and the child might not even care all that much for those material possessions. So pay attention to your child's love language. It could be a hug. It can be going out to eat. Like, it can be, something. It is something different for every child.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Jasmine says
100%.
children has a voice. Mohan says comprehend as well.
Did you call her Mohead?
That's what it said. Mohan.
That's a
Like,
funny name. She being funny. That's Monique, but
it's nothing wrong with
why is her
Mohan.
name? Why is her name Mohead? I just realized that you talking about Mohead.
I like Mohan. You know what? You got to be cracking a joke. Anyway, in order to lean on the village needs to be conducive first. Oh my God, I agree with that. Like, I agree with that so much. Yes.
No, I know it's you, Monique, but I was laughing because in the middle she was like Mohead said, I was like, oh my God, you really call the lady Mohead? Like
What would you want to call it? Mo? Just
then you
Mo?
talking about is
You
nothing wrong with Mo.
founder CEO.
Then you talking about there's nothing wrong with Mohead. Like, okay, man, okay.
Finding love in the wrong places or wrong person trying to fill empty voids with someone who claims to love them but is actually manipulating them. This is where a lot of runaways come from.
I
Okay,
love
so
the feedback. I love the
Cam
feedback
says
this morning.
also comprehend the children on their level. Yeah, so I'm sorry, bro. I wasn't trying to be funny. Like, I was just reading names over here, and I didn't even think about it till he said it. I promise you. Like, it was not even a thought in my head about Mohead. But nothing.
That was funny as hell.
Okay, Mo said, and please listen to your kids, absolutely. So, yeah, so once them kids, they're here, and whether, we agree that they should be here or not, once they're here, they do need to be taken care of. They need to be loved on, and, you know, yeah, nurtured. So, yeah, get them out. Yep, Mo said hear them out. And here's the thing, long as they're not disrespectful, a lot of people, it's a fine line in my opinion. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and he was telling me how his son, he has like this foul mouth, and he goes off the, charts with his mouth. I think as long as we can hear them out and allow them to express themselves, but not be disrespectful. Like here, like nowadays, he can say anything like that would have got our teeth knocked out. And so there's a fine line, in my opinion, that there was a rule of thumb for my child. I will say that, and she's been commenting. She's online and she's streaming live as well. I always told my child, if an adult disrespects you, you come to me because I'm gonna handle that adult. Like you better not ever leave out my house and disrespect me, because when you go out in the world, you represent me. And if people are talking about you, they're gonna be talking about me as well. And I stood by that. There's never a time where I ever had someone come to me and tell me my child was disrespectful to them. And my child has come to me. And a teacher that got out of line with her, and you got to know your child, and you are an adult that got out of line with her, and I handled it. It's going to get handled, period. But you won't handle it because you are a child and you're going to stand in a child's place. And I think that's where we go wrong. And they can be expressive, but they can't be disrespectful. And it's a fine line between being expressive and being disrespectful, period. So yes, yeah. So we can love on them all they want, but we need to guide them and direct them to be great adults. Like, so yeah. Not, there's no way on God's green earth my child would conduct herself the way some of these children do nowadays, or say the things to me that these children say. There's no way. I've never even heard my child curse, and she's 27 years old.
So you don't think she curses?
Oh, yeah, she cursed. She has let me know she's done a lot of things that I would not have approved of. She let me know while she's an adult. She was a child, adolescent then, but she didn't let me find out because she respected me. Yeah, they're gonna do things, but she wasn't gonna do it in my face. Her or her friends. So yeah, so okay, so I think that we're gonna wrap up now, y'all. But I promise y'all, ladies and gentlemen, come back on Wednesday as well, so we can just, give y'all some pointers, give y'all some game on what agitates the hell out of us that y'all be doing. And ladies, come back. I promise you, it's gonna be super entertaining and enlightening. And I mean, it's gonna be a good time. Get you some wine, your wine glasses. We are gonna have a good time on Wednesday.
Yeah, because y'all trying to talk about sassy men, and we definitely, I can't say we, but I don't feel like majority of the men are sassy. I feel like women be kind of dramatic. Thank you, Tito, for saying you'll be back.
He'll be back.
I need reinforcements. They swear men are sassy, but I need reinforcements.
There's this guy. And Stevie know this because we talked about this, y'all. So when I came up with the topic, definitely didn't come up with this topic. Stevie came up with this topic. He came up with the topic about the split 50-50, all that. So, but me and the ladies came up with the sassy men. So what happened is I told a girlfriend, I said, hey girl, we're gonna be talking about sassy men on next Wednesday. She says, girl, you know who the first person I thought of when you said sassy men and I mentioned a guy's name. And she was like, oh my God, how do you know? Because the sassy men really do stand out. We can identify them. And I had no idea she was talking about this person. He was just the first person on my mind. And the first person on her mind. These sassy men are out of control. No. Tim, sassy men are not gay. Nope. We're not even saying that. And we're not saying they're gay. Not saying there's anything with, gay men or gay women. Absolutely not. But no, these are straight men with, some sassy ways. We're gonna talk about, yeah, I don't hear all about it. Okay, Tree said we need to normalize not forming trauma bonds with someone for a minute of passion and having those bonds passed on to our children where they think they should do the same. Yep. Trauma bonds are really, really serious, and it's a really serious conversation. We're going to discuss trauma bonds. That's going to be a whole show of it on trauma bonds. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, Tito, Tito says we should not refer to men as sassy. So what would you prefer us to refer to men who has sassy ways?
How do you know if a man has sassy ways?
Yes, Miss Jones. These men are getting real sassy. Definitely need to be here for that conversation. Absolutely. I cannot wait. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all men love arguing back and forth with women,
Oh yeah, I don't believe men should be arguing back and forth with women now. That's definitely
there's one guy that I have to block him because not only on my statuses, but on every female status that I see, he's arguing back and forth with them. Like he's saying, and everybody knows he loves arguing with women. Everybody. So absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna be discussing sassy men, and then we're gonna be discussing Valentine's Day on Wednesday. We're gonna have some really great. Okay, so Tree says super sassy. I don't say sassy, but I will definitely be here for the conversation. That's not loud. Thank you, Trees, for joining us. So founder, we will define that on Wednesday. Y'all can get it all on Wednesday. I can't tell you, I can't give it all to you today.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that today. We're gonna hold some of that for Wednesday. Y'all hold on, cause you see everybody ready to jump on this sassy man. Hold tight, hold tight. That is Wednesday's topic.
Bump Valentine's Day, men ain't recovered from Christmas. Wow. The day of love. Love, love, love. You want to bump the day of love. That love is celebrated all over the world. CB, do you have Valentine?
You said, do I have a Valentine? No.
Oh, we
Not
have
a
to get you
nail,
a Valentine.
not a nail nutter, boss. Don't nobody say that nail nutter like you do.
Listen, we gonna get you a Valentine, okay?
Wow, I don't want to spend no money on no random woman, and then we mess around and have a one night stand, and then boom, here go the possibility of a child. Nope, nope, I pass. Mm-mm,
Well,
mm-mm.
I have one
You got one,
in my heart.
girl? Exactly. We having the cookout. That's what you forgot about the cookout. We having the cookout.
No, I forgot you said you were having a cookout. Are you still having a cookout?
Yeah, we're gonna have the cookout. We're gonna play.
Don't you not follow and saying you're having a cookout and you're not.
We're gonna have the cookout. We're gonna play Carisha Please. It's gonna be lit.
Oh my god. Yeah, that game is so fun and it is so ghetto though. It really is ghetto. Like I love that game. And then another good game is do or drink. Oh my I like that one way better than Carisha Please and it's a lot less expensive, y'all.
Okay, so let's get everybody tuned in Wednesday. Go ahead, Camille, drop your commercial.
Okay, so everybody, I am a real estate broker here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you're looking to purchase or sell a home, I'd love for you to give me a chance, have a conversation with me, right now, rates are going down, and the state of South Carolina have $8,000 to $10,000 for down payment assistance. And then I'm an awesome realtor. I give my clients a lot of times no closing costs. So a lot of times you go to the closing table with zero money. Now I won't say that you don't need any money for like escrow, which is normally like $500, but we'll get into all of those things when you give me a call. Rent is so expensive now that you absolutely could be creating generational wealth. My daughter is in her 20s and she's going to be closing on her home within the next couple of weeks. So a lot of times we weren't encouraged in our 20s to purchase homes, but I promise you, like some people purchased a home like 3 years ago. If they sold that home today, they would walk away with $200,000. It creates and I'm not saying that's going to be everybody's experience. All I'm saying is that if you are living in a home or an apartment, you're going to pay somebody's mortgage. You might as well be paying your mortgage. And I would love, love, love the chance to have a conversation with you on how you can become a homeowner. You can give me a call at 803-552-5160. I'm going to repeat that, 803-552-5160. And my website has been going across the live the entire time. So you can also go to my website, look at what's available in our market. The people who aren't in South Carolina, I can still help you no matter where you are in the country. Just give me a call. I'll connect you with a great realtor who can do the same things for you that I can do for you. And I have some amazing lender partners that will work with you. If you're military, military has no minimum credit score. So I have had people close on homes with a 500 credit score in the military. So again, there are some, other restrictions or whatnot, but I can tell you all about those as well. I'm not a mortgage lender, but I've been doing this long enough that I know I'm very knowledgeable. So again, hit me up and If you're available on Wednesday, we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. This is gonna be really, really good. I promise you. So, CB, are we all done?
We out.
This is bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.